What is up, my fellow gamers? In today's video, we are going over the big update in Raven 2. Like and sub for more amazing gaming content. Man, oh man, there is a lot of stuff going on in this game right now. There is a ton of bajillion different packs. There's so much going on. We got to figure all this out. I literally have just logged in for the first time, and there is so much going on. So I'm going to have to figure all this stuff out. But there's a couple important things that I want to talk about before you decide to do your class change, whether you want to try out the new gunslinger class or not. I will have another video after I kind of figure stuff out a little bit more of whether I think you should switch or not, because I'm going to switch. I'm going to be the guinea pig. And I'm going to try it out, and then after like a week, I'll give you my impressions of what I thought about the gunslinger and all that stuff. Now, the biggest thing that I want to talk about before you switch your class, this is something that you really have to consider, is your item collection. Are you going to be going from a magic damage dealing class to a physical damage dealing class? Are you going from a ranged class to a melee class, or melee to range, vice versa? This is important because your item collection does not reflect any changes if you do a class change. So if your item collection, you are focusing on magic attack, ranged accuracy, and you're switching to a melee class, you're missing, all those stats are useless now, and they don't like change. So I really want to stress this very, very importantly before you make any rash decisions on changing your class. Please remember this. The item collection plays a huge part depending on what you've been focusing on. You have a ton of points in ranged accuracy. You might not want to switch to a melee class. You might want to do a class change to another ranged class. So very, very important. I would try and stay within your same niche. Don't do a drastic change, because you might actually see very adverse effects in your stats because of your item collection. But I just want to go over what do we got going on right now. So we got a bajillion new packs and stuff to go and buy. I actually have to renew my mysterious contract, so this is like a must. I feel like if you want to be competitive, you have to buy this. So $22, we're gonna have to get this again. From there, we have some other ones. I think that the season pass for the gunslinger one, again, is another one that's kind of a must if you want to be competitive. This is going to be $36. Pretty good is going to be the Golden Bullet 7-day check-in package for $7, and also the season pass Golden Bullet package for $7. So you need to get all of those. You're looking at probably 35 plus the contract, 50, 56. You're looking at probably close to around $70 just for this big update, unfortunately. The only good thing, though, I will say is the class changes are so cheap. They didn't, like, I thought you would have had to pay for this and stuff. Like, one gold coin to do a class change, and you can do it twice. So you can actually try out the gunslinger, and then if you don't like it, you can switch back to your other class. You will need these class change token events, though. I don't know how many you need for this. This is supposed to like convert a certain amount of your gear and stuff over. So again, I have not figured all this out, but once I do in the future video, I'll let you all know. But this is only 1 million. Depending on how much gold you have, it might be a lot. I got 72 million, so I could easily buy all 20 of these if I need to switch back and forth. But this, you know, you got a few days, you got 13, you got 2 weeks going on for this. So I'll try and give my impressions next week about whether to do this or not. So you got plenty of time. There's really no rush. For those season passes, the Golden Bullet one right here gives you a bunch of typical materials and stuff that you're going to need. You are going to get this selection chest, which is really nice. You have your Gunslinger one right here. Now, what's interesting about this one is the last reward is going to give you a guaranteed heroic holy garment, Outlaw of Darkness. This one is like specifically made for the Gunslinger. But taking a look and comparing this, so remember, I got super duper lucky and we got that legendary. Right off the bat, we can see that the equipped stats are obviously going to be lower because it's a higher rarity. But if we look at the special stats, this is where it kind of seems a little interesting. Even though it is only heroic, we're actually getting like weapon attack is +10, which I actually don't have on the legendary. And also ignore damage reduction, we're also getting a +8 on that, which is not on this legendary that I have. So these are two important stats that seem to go with the Gunslinger class. Of course, the Gunslinger, because this one's legendary, it's missing out on basic attack and bash rate, bash damage, which is kind of what the Night Ranger / aka Archer focuses on, is like basic attack stuff. But I think this is really good if you do not have a legendary and if you don't have like a really good heroic. This will definitely help out if you do the class change swap for the Gunslinger. Aside from that, the ranking event did end as well. So depending on where you ranked, you got a bunch of diamonds. I finished, I think right now it says I'm 46. Last I checked, I was 45. Either way, I made top 50. So because I made top 50 in ranking, I was awarded 8,000 diamonds, which is crazy. That's a lot of diamonds. Depending on your ranking, I mean, it was crazy. Like the first place got a ridiculous amount. Second place, third place even got a ridiculous amount. Even if you made like top 10, like 4 to 10. But I want to point that out because people are buying all kinds of crap right now on the market because there's been such a huge influx of diamonds. So imagine like it's payday and everyone wants to buy crap. So the market is like, you know, because there's been such a huge influx of diamonds, a lot of people have diamonds now and they just want to spend them. And a lot of people are like, all right, well, I didn't actually pay for these diamonds. I got them for free. So people are literally coming in here and they're just buying crap, like anything that they want because they don't want to grind for it. We sold some horseshoes, weapon enhancements. We sold a time recharge, Stone Abyss. All this stuff was just sitting. I had it just sitting on the market and no one had bought it for like days upon days. And now that like the reset happened and we got our update and we got that huge influx of diamonds, dude, all this stuff that I had sitting on the market in just sold. Like I got a bunch of extra diamonds now. I've just been listing all kinds of random crap and people are looking to buy.